Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea. And I appreciate each and every one of you for coming over to my channel. And also, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat to make sure you guys can hear me. Because I've been having some problems with my laptop here. I don't know what's going on. But thank you guys so much for coming over. Hello, Chanel Monet, my tea sipper, and also my mod. Hello, Linda Gamble, my mod, the hardest working mods on this YouTube street. Hello. And thank you both for coming over and getting my channel together for me. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Chanel Monet. Yes, don't mention any content creators in the chat. You can put initials if you would like, but don't mention anyone's name. Hello, G Tina. Hello. Yes, hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Please hit the like button as you come in. Y'all know we got to wait for the 10-minute mark, but we're going to get some things out the way here. And I'm trying to be more consistent with coming on my live here, trying to come in a little bit earlier. So, like, the people who don't be up late, they still have time to um, hear what I have to say. And sometimes stuff that I do mention, y'all probably heard it, but I'd like to give y'all my version and my opinion of what I think about things. Also, hit the thumbs up when you come in. Also, you can follow me on my other platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop the Tea. And also, you can support the channel by Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, if you would like. And then also, let me get my housekeeping out the way. Hello, Lorcy Jones, my tea sipper. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I very much appreciate it. All right, so let's get that out the way here. Where are we at? All right, all things said are alleged, and in my very own opinion, it's for entertainment purposes only. I don't own the rights to any music or any clips. All things said are alleged, and in my very own opinion, it's for entertainment purposes only. I don't own the rights to the music or any clips. Also, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, there is an allowance for fair use of copyright material for such purposes as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and learning. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right. All right. The banners are up. All right, guys. So, y'all see the title. We're going to talk about stuff. Now, I told y'all I'm not going to review Love and Marriage Huntsville if it comes on, but I will talk about the castmates on the show. Okay. So, um, something is up because all of a sudden, to me, why is Wanda coming out doing interviews? How did she get that interview on broadcast? Now we know the Caucasian guy that I found out, he used to work on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and to me, I don't think he cared for Melody. I forgot the little Caucasian guy's name. He had his shirt open, or what have you, with the bandana on his head. I don't think he cares for Mel. I don't think he liked Mel when he was on the show, just by the way he was talking. It seemed like him and Wanda had a pretty tight relationship. Excuse me, I want to say people name, but they had a good relationship. I don't think he cared for Melody at all. Just how the way he was talking. Okay. And then something is suspicious. All of a sudden, she come out here doing interviews. Another thing, to me, I'm thinking Wanda couldn't be on the show while Melody was on the show. So when Melody exited the show, then they bring Wanda back on. So are they bringing Wanda out to try to get people excited about watching the show? So I just got a hunch. I think that's what he's putting her out here for promotion. and giving people a little bit of information to make them want to watch the show if it comes back. Okay? Because for months before Melody even left the show, they were saying that Wanda was coming back to the show. A lot of people were saying that. And I didn't believe them because I was like, okay, no, she not come back on the show. Then they said Coleslaw was coming on the show. So was that to try to hype people up to want to watch the show? To make us think people think it's going on this way where she's going to come out and tell her side, because for years she's saying she want to come out and tell her side. So are they trying to hint that that's what Martell's storyline is going to be, the little storylines he do got, to make people want to watch the show and listen to what her side of the version is, of how things went? It don't matter what your version is. You was with a married man. It doesn't matter. You don't have a version. It doesn't matter. So I'm trying to see how they trying to spin this, because they said the show was going to be better than before. It's going to be the bomb. A lot of stuff is going to get revealed. Then also, I didn't know Trish and what's his name? Trish and what's the man name? What's the man name? Trish and I can't even think of the man name. Well, you know who she's going with. Got married because she said Trish and her husband are going to be bringing fire to the show. Did y'all see any pictures of Trish and him and her boyfriend? Did y'all see that they got married? Because I didn't see none that Trish is divorced. Did y'all see any Ken? I didn't know Ken and Trish had got married. Did y'all? Did y'all hear anything about Trish and Ken got married? I didn't know it. Then, or I didn't even know Trish and Keith was divorced. Hmm. That was a fast divorce, allegedly, because Miss Wanda said that Trish and her husband. So is she saying Ken is coming to the gonna be on the show, or is it Marquise? Trish and her husband, because Marquise is the husband that I'm aware of, and Ken is the boyfriend. Unless there was a divorce, unless Trish and Marquise got the divorce, and then Ken and Trish got married because somebody hatched her computer. Now I don't know what hatched means. Do anybody know how you hatch a computer? What? How, I don't know. Somebody hatched the computer because the man was asking her, so how do we find out what events you're going to be at? And she said, well, somebody hatched my computer, hatched her computer, so that had all the information on there. So let me know what hatched mean. I'm not trying to be funny and that. I don't know what that means. Y'all, young people come up with all type of terminology. So if somebody hatched a computer, I want to know so my computer can't get hatched. What is hatched? Who is that? A new slang? How is my? Because I don't want my computer to get hatched. So if somebody know in the chat what hatch mean, let me know, because I don't want my computer to get hatched. Let me know. So I'm gonna be looking out for that. Okay, let me know in the chat if there's something new where your computer is getting hatched. Let me know in the chat. What do that mean? Oh, wait a minute. Tamika said, "Oh, she's been hacked." Oh, girl, I thought she was saying somebody hatched the computer. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that something new they got going on? Because I'm not up on a lot of slang or what's. So I want y'all to let me know if my computer was going to get hatched. Because I needed to know. I didn't know what the fuck was going. Oh, I'm about to pass the 10-minute mark. Okay. I didn't know what was going on, y'all. I thought it was something new because they come out with new stuff. So I know about hacked. But she said hatched. Somebody hatched her computer. So I'm confused here with the hatch part. I'm serious, y'all. I thought it was something new came out. Just saying. All right, guys, we are through the 10-minute mark. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Let's see here. We got G Tina. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure when you guys are coming in that you're hitting the like button. And also, guys, make sure you are still subscribed to my channel because for some reason it looks like they're unsubscribing people. So if y'all can check that from me to make sure y'all still are subscribed to my channel, please and thank you. Okay, we got 13 likes and 19 in the chat. Let's get the likes up, please, and thank you. Oh, Damien, that's his name. Okay, thank you. Hello, hello. I am not bothered. Hello, Tamika. Let's see. Hello, my T sipper Carla. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Shar. Hello, Monique. Let's see who else we have in here. I don't want to miss anybody. Hello, Lorcy Joan, my T sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, T and TG, my hello, hello. Yeah, I'm serious. I thought it was a new thing going on. When she said somebody hacked the computer, I'm like, what the? I said, what the fuck going on here? And I started looking at, because I know you could hack a computer, but when she said it was hacked, I'm like, what? And my daughter was in there asleep. I was trying to go in and ask her, is something come out about hatched? You can get our computers can get hacked, and then our TVs could get hacked, because all my TVs are like fire TVs and stuff like that. So I wanted to know if something was gonna get hatched. I need to prepare for this shit. I was gonna call a Spectrum, and y'all didn't tell us nothing new came out. People hatching people computers, you know. That's all I'm saying. Um, Let me see what y'all said in this chat. Right. She think it's cute. I don't know. If the show is better, why keep holding on to the past and have nothing name in their mouth? Right. Okay, you said Ken and Trish is not married. Well, Miss Wanda had said that Trish and her husband gonna be on the gonna be bringing fire to the show. So I was wondering if I don't know if she's talking about Marquise because I haven't heard anything about Trish and Marquise getting divorced, but they could have got a divorce, and she went head on and married Ken. So but she was throwing some hints, letting us know that I don't know if they're gonna have her voice on the show. So I think they trying to put that as y'all have to read between the lines what she was saying. She's saying the show is going to be more better. She said the show was going to be the bomb. Then she threw out here that ain't nothing else getting leaked. She said, have y'all noticed nothing is getting leaked anymore about the show? So, and this is all allegedly. My banners are up. Are you trying to say Melanie was leaking stuff to bloggers about the show? Why would Melanie do that and sabotage her own show? That doesn't make any sense to me. Now, and then one thing I didn't catch, but I was over there on another content creators channel where allegedly, I don't know if Miss Wanda lets it slip out, that she didn't know AL was allegedly on that show. Allegedly. They got into it, so they not no longer together or whatever they was doing. So I'm like, what that could be allegedly how he was getting information. Because if he knows somebody on that show and they no longer together or talking or whatever it is they were doing, allegedly, then is that how stuff was getting leaked out? Or people were knowing stuff that was going to go on with the show before we knew it? Because I think Miss Wanda was talking too fast and I think she let that slip out. She said she had no idea that he was not supposed to be nowhere near the taping of the show because of an incident with him and another person on the production team or whatever. So I think she let that slip out, but she said it. So I don't know who this mystery person is that somebody allegedly was talking to, but that's what Miss Wanda said. I'm not saying it, I'm saying what she said. Okay. But then you go back and say, and this is why I say stuff is getting misconstrued here. Then you'll go back and say, well, since Melanie's no longer on the show, things are not getting leaked. I'm confused here. So if said person was allegedly talking to somebody or whatever they had going on, could that person possibly been telling him the information and that's how they knew before the scenes or anything even came out? Just saying. Just saying. So are they is she going to be going on interviews like CK took Martell on all these interviews to, for people not to have a bad image of her anymore? Just asking for a friend. Because y'all remember when Martell was getting all that bad press, he started taking him on interviews and doing tours and things like that, having him speak and go on different interviews and things like that to try to get his image back up. So is this what this is now? Just asking. Just asking for a friend. Is this what this is? Uh, this what possibly could be going on. We could start seeing them more of her out here on tours and things. Okay, Carl, you said Want is she's a big liar. Okay. Oh, hatch equals hacked. Oh, okay. I'm telling y'all. I thought something else had happened. You said Tamika said she's been hacked. Okay. Okay, yeah, I said she's been hacked. Okay. A potato. Okay. I get what y'all saying. Okay. Well, it's supposed to be a potato, but know. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell was going on, y'all. I didn't shit talking about hatched, and she kept saying it. I don't know why the bro chat them didn't try to maybe put a cue card up. They could have put some. They got the private chat. They could have in the private chat. They could have told her that was wrong. If it, they could have in the private chat could have put a little message there for only they can see it. That could have helped out too. Let me see. Hello, Thelma, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Ophelia. Hello, hello, hello. You said she's delusional. Okay. Yeah, I think that they are going to start trying to put her out here on interviews. You said she's not marketable? Okay. Yes, Carla, 90% of what she said was a lie. Because we all know, we heard her say that her family was over there in those bushes or over there at the park. Then she get on this show on this interview and say, no, 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 there was no, nobody was gonna jump him or do anything to him. They wanted to talk to him. I said, oh hell no. Now, when you say something, you better stand on business. Say it with your chest. Say it with your full chest. Stand on business. Now it's 48 people in here. We should 54 people. We should have 54 likes. Stand on business. So, but see, this is the thing. I think, and this is just my opinion. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think they trying to keep the show under wraps because they think that some people might try to sabotage it. So they gonna maybe pop out maybe a couple of days before it's gonna come out. That's what I'm thinking. Because this is what they do, like um when Martell this past Friday or Saturday, him and Peter Thomas was doing a walkthrough for Miguel. It wasn't a lot of buzz about. It was not a lot of buzz about it. You know why? Because remember when Martell was supposed to go on that lady panel, that on that lady panel, and everybody started emailing that lady and calling her, and then finally she just took Martell off. So I think the reason they don't advertise things like that no more for their cast is because they don't want people, as they say, to start calling the venue or calling the people, trying to sabotage them, and then the people end up taking them off. So you won't know if they're going to appear somewhere until maybe 1 or 2 days before they do it. That's what I think they're doing now, because I think they don't want people, as they say, to call the people or call the place and things like that to try to stop them from coming on there. So maybe there's a reason that they will not say when the show coming back on, in my personal opinion. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. And if it do come back on there, I think it's going to be them talking about their separation, them going to counseling, something about how like Mel and Martell was when they were going through their divorce and things like that. But I think it's going to be something similar to that. But they're probably going to be talking about how they did not get a divorce and how they going to stay together, how they working through things, how they're they decided to try to save the marriage. They going through counseling and things like that. So it's going to be something, I think, similar to what Melvin was doing, her and Martell, but it's going to kind of be like a spinoff from Martell and Melody. That's why I think they trying to take Letitia and Marshall through. And they might make Kimmy and Lemonhead come out here and tell that there was some infidelity in their relationship and how they worked through it. Or they might start talking more about Kimmy, how she fought through, her breast cancer and things like that, to try to get people interested in the show and try to gain them some fan base. Now, I'm not saying none of the castmates don't have fan base, but their fan base is not as big as Melody's. And she said it. She said the reason that Melody had so much pull on that show is because, this is what she's saying, Melody had a large fan base. But when you come on a reality show, that's your main goal. Get your fan base up. So in case you start selling stuff or want to venture off, you already got your fan base that's going to come with you. Melanie was playing chess on that show. While everybody else sat back, Melanie was getting to the business. She was getting to the business. Just saying. Now, they might do got a fan base. I don't know what their fan base is called. So they might do got some people. But you need to get a large fan base. And from what we got for the 9th season, was the only person that showed their real life was Melody and Martell. Nobody else on that show did that. So maybe They're gonna have to come out now to save that show and tell their life. If not, the show probably only going to get 4 episodes, like Love and Marriage Detroit, if they don't come out on fire after the show comes back. If they don't come back on fire and don't do what they need to do, that show is going to be just like Love and Marriage Detroit, where they only get 4 episodes and then they're going to have a reunion. But I don't think that they can hold that show. I don't think they can do it. But she said the show gonna be the bomb. We shall see if this show gonna be able to hold it. Yep, and Mel's still on her business. I think Mel, hopefully she can come out with a show with her and her kids. How being a single parent with 4 children, how she run a multi-million dollar company. That would be a great show that I would want to watch. I would want to watch that. Something about life after divorce, something like that, to show how you can still have it all and still do what you're doing without having a husband. That would be something. But y'all know what? He gonna do everything in his power, in my opinion, to try to keep those kids off the show and shining, because his other son can't shine like that. That's what I think it is. He don't want his kids on TV because you got Coleslaw complaining about about Melanie kids being on the show and he not getting no shine. That's why I think she don't want him on there. Want the 4-piece nuggets on that show. That's the very reason he don't want them kids on that show. Hello, Carmen. All right, thank you. Let me see what y'all saying. Hello, whatever happened to Baby Jane? Hello, Sassy Brown. Evening. Yes, Honey B, because and I was, like I said, I was over there on another content creator page, and I kind of missed it a little bit when she said it. I think she sure did said that. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, she said she didn't know that he was messing with somebody or what have you. So I'm just saying, allegedly messing with somebody in production or on the cast. She said she didn't know he could be around the cast. She said he knew it, but she didn't know it. That's what she said, allegedly. So sometimes you got to be, because, like I just thought, something had got hatched. She be saying words, I don't know. But that's what she said. And so that's how said person was knowing what was going on the what was going to be going on the show before everybody else did. Allegedly, because we can't believe everything somebody say. Um, you right about that, G Tina. No mail, no watch, no click, no mail, no click. You right about that. You said y'all remember Mel won an award for being on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and no one else. And now she's gone. The show is definitely over, and I know Carlos knows for sure. Tisha and Kimmy can't leave Love and Marriage Huntsville. Period. Right. Right. They can't do it. Hello, Jacqueline. Okay, so Kimmy, you said Tamika Kimmy still has Love and Marriage Huntsville in her bio, but everybody else has taken it out. We got 55 likes and 63 in the chat. Can we please get the likes up, please? And thank you. And also, guys, please make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because for some reason they're unsubscribing people again from the channel. So please check that as well. Hello, Capricorn Flower, my mod. Hello, hello, hello. And if you are new to the channel, think about becoming a subscriber. But something is up. Something is up, y'all. And another thing, what I showed y'all last night when Carlos was getting interviewed, Carlos is getting his resume together. Carlos wants a talk show now. I think he is allegedly washed up with these reality TV shows because he's always getting some mess started, and then the shows, end up getting toxic. So I think a lot of production companies don't want to pick him up, because I'm not too sure that OWN wants to pick up this show because of this lawsuit, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. So now I think he's trying to get his resume and things to get together to show, he's been doing interviews. He got the podcast, his YouTube channel to show what he can do. I think he's tired of these reality shows. I think he's ready for a talk show. That's what I think. Because I think allegedly a lot of these, like Bravo, OWN, and these other companies don't want to fool with him on, and that aspects, because they see what he does to shows, allegedly. So, and then another thing, something is up with Martell. I think because Melody is gone off that show and he has nobody to argue with no more, I don't think they want Martell on that show no more. That's why they said a lot of his scenes have got cut. And when your scenes get cut, you don't make that money. If you're not in a lot of scenes, you're not going to make any money. So I think that's another reason why they're not following each other. I think they're trying to phase Martell out, because what's the point of him being on the show if Melanie not on there? What Coleslaw ain't got nothing to bring to the show. What is she gonna say? What is she gonna show that she doing? What type of business? What could she show for the show that she do? Like Trish and Ken, they work out, and they train people or whatever. They get in an exercise gym together. Letitia and Marcel, I guess they sell houses or build houses or whatever they do. Kimmy and Maurice, they got the credit one. They starting to build houses. They starting to do restaurants. So what is she going to bring if they put her on? What could she bring to the show? Because they can't talk about Mel. She can't talk about Mel on that show. And then, because she always says she want to tell her side. What would be the point of you coming on this show when you can't say shit about Melody? None of y'all. So how is that going to work out? And then I know they don't want to put that little boy on there. I know they don't want to put him on there and get embarrassed, because he can't stand still. Now, I will say this: he Martell might risk putting them on there because he needs that money. Because think about it, he will get money for Coleslaw, for that little boy, and for himself. So that would be 3 incomes for him. Because if that little boy get any income for that show, it's going to him. He not gonna let them have no check. But this is the thing: Carlos don't want her on that show. But because Martell want his real life shown so he can make an ass out of himself, he probably just, and you know how he is with Martell. He really likes Martell a lot, a lot. He might let her either have her voice on there, or maybe she might be on there because I think that's what she was hitting at. That the show is going to be fire. Now, one thing that got me to going, Miss Wanda don't like Martell because of all that shit he was saying about Tisha. She said, "Yeah, they gonna bring it. Martell, Trish and her husband, Marceau and Letitia, Kimmy and Lemonhead." But what got me when she said Martell, I think she wanted to say either that Coleslaw is going to be on that show if it comes back, but she didn't want to let that out. But it wouldn't be no surprise to us because they, he'd been hitting at that all along. And I think if he would put on there, I think that would be him trying to get back at Melody. If they put her on that show, that's them trying to get back at Melody. That's what I think it would be. I think Carlos would do that because he's mad Melody left that show. I bet you they won't get no other fucking reality award, no another reality award. They're not gonna get another award. Another award. So that's not happening no more. And then if they, can't do that, they said Destiny got a new man and they serious. That this is a serious relationship that she got. Maybe he's helping her out because she's out more here trying to sell products and things like that. So maybe this guy maybe got some money or something. Now he's not a bad looking guy, but the thing is, again, that man does not look like her cup of tea. Now he could have money. He just don't look like he's Destiny type to me. But I guess she may bring him on the show. And then Destiny might get a lot of time after the show come back because allegedly her and Nell gonna have some words. So I think they're gonna be feuding back and forth. Then she bringing her new man on the show allegedly and for entertainment purposes. So those are some lines, some scenes right there for her. And yeah, I know they're gonna put her and Martell in some scenes. But who else can Martell film with? That there's nobody else that he can film with, but Destiny, because they said him and Marceau are still into it. So who else is he gonna film with? Unless they bring Coleslaw, so to be Coleslaw and Destiny. But wait, it even gets more deeper than this. Y'all remember Kimmy said she would film with her. So maybe Kimmy is going to film with Martell and Coleslaw because remember Kimmy don't have no beef with Martell, him or Lemonhead. Him or Lemonhead don't have no beef with him. So maybe Kimmy, Lemonhead, Coleslaw, and Martell. Just saying. And Destiny. So maybe that's how they're gonna spend it. But there better be no slip up and mention her name. That's all. They better not slip up and say her name. That's what I'm thinking they trying to go with that. That's what I'm thinking they trying to do, y'all. That's what I really, really think they trying to do. You said they got the wrong person to promote the show. The show it should be on with an air date. But see, that's how they did Martell. I'm not bothered. Remember, Carlos was taking Martell out here on all these little tours and things like that. So that's why I think because how else would she get on Bro Chat? Carlos had to set that up, in my opinion. Yep, last season, Kimmy and Maurice did not have a lot of scenes, but I think they're gonna try. If they do bring her on, it's gonna be Martell and Coleslaw, and maybe Lemonhead and Kimmy, because Kimmy said she would film with her. Because she knows she don't like when people call her a side chick. You know she gets defensive. She tried to take up for her. Because y'all know side chicks hanging together, they're gonna look out for one another. And he's not promoting the show at all. Yep. I'm telling you, I think they don't want to allegedly pop up with the show right now because they think people are gonna try to sabotage you. Just saying. Yeah, they're going. She Miss Wanda said that she was going to address that. You know when Coleslaw and Martell and what was her name, Shan or Shonda, did that little podcast or whatever they did. She said that they're going to be talking about that on the show, and she said she gonna get in his ass about that. She said she think the lady lied a lot in there, but she said she gonna that's gonna get talked about on the show. What Martell and Ariane did was interviewing that lady. She did say that's gonna get talked about on the show. She sure did. And she said she gonna get in Marceau's ass. That's what she said. So they using that as part of the show as well. Scandals, yep. You believe someone is coaching her, honeybee? Okay. Yeah, who wants to see Coleslaw? What does she got going on? Hello, PK Joe. Hello, hello, hello. What? She don't have anything going on. 63 likes and 73 in the chat. Can we please get the likes up, please, and thank you. Even if you're up there in the bushes, just drop on down for a minute and give a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to the channel, think about becoming a subscriber and make sure you guys are still subscribed to the channel. You right, G Tina, but he's building under a different LLC, some type of other LLC. He's not using his name this time. Well, no, Teresa, what happened was I thought that on the what Miss Wanda was saying, hatched, I thought there was something new came out. You know how we be having these, different viruses and people doing stuff to the computers. So I thought something new had happened. I didn't know she was trying to say hacked, like her computer got hacked because she kept on saying hatched, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What hatched? I thought something new had came out because they have different viruses and people doing stuff to the computer system. So I thought it was something new. But everybody said in the chat that she was trying to say her computer got hacked. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay, Shar, you think they would bring Coleslaw on just for the mess between her and Hotel? Yes. I think they would do that to try to get views on for the show. That's what I think they would do it for. We got 65 likes and 78 in the chat. Let's get the likes up, please, and thank you. So how do y'all think? What do y'all think about Destiny New Man? They said he's probably going to be a part of the show. But Trisha T, they said that she got a new man. They said, and the relationship is serious now. You said Destiny is running from man to man. I'm just saying, okay. Hello, Linnell. You said Destiny irks the hell out of you. Me too. She just all confused. You said yes, Kimmy, Destiny, Trish will film with Coleslaw. I think so too. But this is the thing. Now, Trish, That's gonna be a tough one because you know she didn't heard that her and Martell might Trisha Martell might had relations. That she probably was, that Martell was seeing her. So how do y'all think she would act towards Trish? Do y'all think she would be popping off with Trish about messing with Martell? 70 likes and 64 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. That's what I'm getting at because I didn't know Damien from Bro Chad. You said loves Wanda and they all go to the LGBTQ men because of Carlos. Okay. Yeah, because I got that feeling that he don't like Melody. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I don't think he cares for Melanie Damien. I don't think he cares for Melanie. He all to me he is like he has allegedly. This is just my opinion. He has nothing good to say about Melanie. That's just my opinion. Because I've caught some of a bro chat, and instead of him being equal, being fair on both sides, it was like he was leaning more towards not liking Melanie. To me, my opinion. Okay, let's see. You said Carlos shouting Martell on interviews, I believe, was part of Carlos being Martell's manager. Well, I think he all the people allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I think he all of their manager because what that clip I played yesterday, allegedly, he said that I'm legally responsible for the people on his show. He said I'm legally responsible for the people on my show. So what does legally responsible for people on his show mean? What do that mean? He's legally responsible for people on his show. You said Sassy Brown. She's been hacked. Yes, that's what I guess she was trying to say, but she kept on saying hashed, and I thought something new. Like I said, I thought something new had happened. Yeah, see, she kept on saying hash. I'm like, what the hell? Right. He can build under someone else, but he cannot change his face or his image. You're right about that, Monique. Let's see here. You said D Nasty is still trying to sell products out of the car. Yes. Yep. She was on there with the baby, and he was in the back seat, but she was trying to sell her products. Right, Precious J. The house won't sell because it's not up to code. You said I say congratulations to the both of them. Okay. Yes, Destiny will do anything to stay on that show for a storyline. You right about that. Yeah, everybody gonna have to hold their own on that show because I'm just trying to think of a word to use here. They not strong like Melody. They don't they not Melody was ganged up on that show allegedly, and Melody has tough skin and she can hold her own. While all of them was attacking her, she was standing up to each and every one of them, while still telling her truth. So Melanie can stand on her own. You know how some people are not strong without like maybe their husband with them or somebody, just like a group. Like how you got like a, let's just say New Edition, right? If some of them tried to go on their own and sing, but they did try, and it wasn't successful without the group. The person that's strong, like Ralph, he is a strong vocals in that group. So when they did try to go on their own, they wasn't successful as they was as a group. You know what I'm saying? So Melody was the foundation of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She was that the lead, and everybody would feed off of her. So most of the storylines were built around her. So she's the lead, and they the backup dancers. You know what I'm saying? They the backup dancers, like the Five Heartbeats. They the backup, like the backup dancers. They don't have that lead, and you know how people get leads in movies and stuff. They're a strong actor or whatever the case may be. They don't have that star quality. They don't. You got to have an it factor about you. They don't have it that I've seen so far. I have seen nobody with that it factor. To me, just saying. Like, I don't know. I thought she had got a C and D against her, but I don't know why. Hello, Sonia. Hello, 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 Phyllis. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here. I don't know, Precious Jay. He just said that he's legally responsible for people on his show, and I thought that was out. So if you said that you legally responsible, allegedly, but y'all heard me. I did the I showed y'all the interview. Did y'all hear him say that he's legally responsible for the people on his show? So if you legally responsible for the people on your show, why aren't you in this lawsuit? Because you said you legally responsible for them. Just saying. If you legally responsible for somebody, just saying. I'm just gonna say allegedly. You said no. Um, right. Fabrication. Don't and lies. Tell y'all truth. There's nobody that's not been cheated on, lied to, or who had baby. Well, some people have stayed in marriages where people have had babies on them, babies on them, and all type of stuff happen in marriage. So just tell your truth, and you might get the audience to connect with you better instead of lying. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly. Right, Carla. Melly was the face and the heartbeat of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now that she is gone, no one can carry that show. That's what I'm saying. It got somebody. I just don't see nobody with that it factor that Melody had. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't think a lot. You know how some people lie for so long they think it's the truth, and if they come out now and say that they had infidelity, I think they were kind of, when they came out on their live, was trying to give people pieces of information about they were going through counseling to see, if they were going to stay married. And that's real. If that's what y'all was doing, that's real. That's what people want to see. That, not the lies. Just saying. Now, I'm no hater. Definitely got her man. Good for you. Hold on to him because they said she liked the man in this series. But that man just don't look like her type. All I'm saying. Oh, the Chrisleys. They've been given a party. Wow, wow. Now I like the Chrisleys. I like them, but allegedly and for entertainment purposes, I think the husband is gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I do. I just think maybe she. I think, and I think his wife know. Y'all think that the husband is gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to live in your truth. That's what it is. It's what I just think the husband, and my personal opinion, allegedly, I think the husband, little sugar. That's it. Just saying. Yeah, I used to watch that too, G Tina. But if they're gonna come up with a new reality show, I will watch it. I will watch it. You said maybe hack. Look, y'all, you know what? I be trying to understand stuff, but I promise y'all, I thought she said hatched. I thought it was a new virus. I'm being honest with y'all. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Oh, you said the Cruises are Trumpers. I will not watch. Oh, I didn't know that. Hello, Smart Cookie. Hello, hello, hello. You said that son Chase is going to make an appearance on Real Housewife of Potomac. Okay. You said next week is June, so if the show was coming back in June, why hasn't on network been announcing it? I believe they have let Carlos go. So it's like I don't know. It could go both ways. They don't want to let us know that the show is coming back because they think somebody going to try to sabotage it or something like that. I think I seen that too. Patricia, he pardoned a you said a white sheriff. I seen that. Jacqueline, I think he's going to do the same thing for Diddy. You said the Scott should have been honest in the beginning instead of villainizing Mel about ruining their marriage. Right? Look, ain't no marriage perfect. You just in each person marriage they have stuff that they're not going to. They got deal breakers. Like I said, a lot of people that's not a deal breaker if their husband or wife cheat on them. That's not a deal breaker. I, some people got in their marriage if they husband or wife go out here and have an outside kid. That's not a deal breaker for him. It's whatever you and your husband agree is a deal breaker for your marriage. That's what it is. And you can't judge anybody because of what they allow in their marriage. Like you got some people who are vacation swingers. They don't swing where they live at, but if they go on vacation, they vacation swingers. They swing on vacation. So if that's what they do and they both agree to it, hey, that's how y'all roll. Hey, y'all agree to it, go ahead. I'm not gonna judge you because y'all vacation swingers. I just don't swing. That's all. I don't do that. But if that's what y'all have agreed upon in y'all marriage, that's fine. You know, just saying. But my thing with Destiny is she has not gave herself time to heal, to get to know her. She was married to LeBeric, but still dealing with Moses or what have you. And I don't don't even think she really over Moses, if you want to be honest. I don't think she over him. I think she just messing with people to get a little change. That's what I think. Allegedly. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. Right. That is wrong to interfere in other people's marriages. Yep, every marriage is different, smart cookie. Right. You said, I think Todd just likes women clothing. Okay. It's just his mannerism. I don't know. It's just all those tight clothes and his hair, his eyebrows. Yeah, it's just he's not. Leave something rough on you. You don't want your man all soft like some tissue. You gonna be the soft one in a relationship. Let the man be hard. Shar, I was just getting ready to say that. I think he gonna let this whole trial play out right, and when they sentence him allegedly, he gonna pardon him because Diddy already done gave fair warning to some people. He already done said he see he see. We said he see them. Like that's why his allegedly they saying that somebody from his camp leaked that tape of all those rappers at his house for Thanksgiving. And allegedly they said French Montana was walking around there with a robe on with no bottoms on. Like he. So we never seen that tape before, but they said that somebody from his camp put out that tape as a warning to them for them to try to help him. That's allegedly. Alleged. That's all alleged. Yes, well he may not, but he real sweet though, y'all. PK Joe, right. She's not over him, but she's looking for that money. Thank you, Linda Galbo. 95 likes and 81 in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, so um, people gonna do what they gotta do for money. They now have people that things have got so bad. People are actually renting storage units and are living in them. People are living in storage units now because of how high the rent is and stuff. So people are living in storage units. I've just seen some people who got like a couch in there. They got beds in there. They got them a hot plate and stuff in there. They got light in there. Something. Well, they got light in there and everything. So I guess people are saying it's cheaper just to rent a storage unit and live in there. People's like, if you want to know where the best storage unit is, that call Destiny. She know where the storage unit's at. Just saying. People are living in storage units. People are fixing them up like a little studio, little efficiency. There because things are so bad they can't afford the rent. So people are actually living in storage units. I was just looking on YouTube. They were showing how they, decorated their unit and stuff. They said it's better than it's cheaper than rent to get a storage unit. Just saying. Hey, do what you got to do. I don't judge nobody. If that's what you got to do, get a storage unit, by all means, get it. Diddy might beat the case, but the government will attempt to break him financially, in my opinion. Yes. Yes, K. Smith, the rent is high out here. So if that's what you got to do to survive, if you got to live in a storage unit, and hey, whatever you got to do out here, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, and that's why a lot of people ain't getting no divorce right now. Shit, things is bad out here. So the interest rate right now, the low is 7.5. That's the low. Now imagine if you don't put 20% down, what your interest rate is going to be. If they stand a low right now at 7.5, mm-mm. Hey, if you're thinking about that, maybe that's why Drew and Ralph still stand in the house together. Just saying. That's probably why they still in the house together. Shit is high out here. Laura, so you said, wait a minute. You said Chrisley is by GAY? He's something? Getting his damn eyebrows and stuff arched and stuff. No, leave that rugged or trim it down some. Don't be arching your eyebrows and stuff. You said, Linda said, the orange man allegedly has a tape. Excuse me, you said Diddy allegedly has a tape on the orange man. Yeah, I just showed a video. I think it was last week of him and it was Diddy, Melania, and the orange man. And y'all know what Stormy Daniels said about him. He liked the golden showers, allegedly, and he liked to get spanked with newspapers and magazines. So imagine what he was doing on those tapes, allegedly. Do they have ventilation? They must do, because them people are living in them. Destiny was in there, I guess, mixing up chemicals. And she lived to tell the tale. Hold on once, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, I'm back. Let me see here what y'all saying. So we're gonna see about this show now. What's gonna happen is if this show does come back on, and like I said, I'm not gonna watch it, but y'all know the YouTube streets have more information than the actual show. We gonna hear about it in this YouTube streets if Kimmy them is filming with allegedly if Coleslaw come on that show. We gonna hear about it in these YouTube streets, and you gonna hear about if they filming with her, or another thing that could be happening. Maybe her and Miss Wanda gonna have a sit down. That could be a possibility too. That could be another possibility to get the ratings because people like mess. So to get the ratings, they probably would do some messy shit like that. Just saying. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Yes. Yes, sure. And they will also get a membership at like Platinum Fitness, and that way they can go take showers and stuff and clean up and stuff. And then like people who got kids, they kids can go to the daycare center, I think, for 2 hours there. And so one lady was in the bathroom there, putting her tracks in her hair, took her a shower and everything. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. I don't shame anybody from doing what they got to do. Just yeah, yeah, Shar. This rough out here. Yeah, things are going to get worse. You said there's a video floating around of who, Linda. I'm not bothered. Said I personally don't think that old Puff is going to get off. I think he is going to be another Epstein. Yes, that's a possibility too. But this is the thing. Maybe Epstein is un, not going to be uh, uh, going to admit the pits of hell yet. Maybe, like they saying, he is on that island, and they gonna look out for their own, so they didn't put him on that island and told his ass to stay on there, don't ever come back and be seen no more. So maybe they said he's living his best life on that island, and they put out that he was allegedly unalive, just there. Now I don't think Destiny is over Moses. I don't. I tell you this right now. If if that man would say he would take her back, you think she wouldn't run to him? Yes, she would. Yes, Shaw, they're out of prison. The orange man pardoned him. We just found that out today. You said folks are living in storage units and in their cars, especially living in cars is a trend now. Yes. 96 likes and 59 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Let's see what else we're talking about here. Let's see. It will take a few days before the Chrisleys are released. You know he was going to do that. You said, yeah, I told you I think they putting her out here for press. They putting her out here to promote that show. You said the what? Tell me, you said the wife is Butch Body. I pray to God they don't. Me either, Smart Cookie. I don't. I don't want the show to come back because it's toxic. You said the G Tina said the ratings could backfire and be lower than low. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I see what happened to Love and Marriage Detroit. They only got 4 episodes, and after that, they own the reunion already. I don't think Love and Marriage Detroit is ever going to come back because the ratings were so low. I didn't watch it, but out here in these YouTube street, people were talking about it, and they only got 4 episodes. The ratings could backfire on them. It sure could. See, back in the day, people used to live with family to help each other when times were hard. Yep. Our grandmother them, it'll be, if somebody got put out, lost their job, they go move in with with Big Mama them. We made pallets on the floor. We made it work out. You know, and my grandmother was the type of person, and my auntie them, if somebody got put out and didn't have nowhere to live, they said, well, if you can find somewhere over there to sleep, go ahead. You can stay here. You know, make you a pallet over there if you can find somewhere. But family is not like that no more because all of our big mamas are gone. You said Wanda came on because her I don't know what you're trying to say. You said I pray to God that they don't allow slow on that show ever. That's not black excellence at all. The show ain't. He's going to pardon the cop that unalived George Floyd too. I think so too. But see, what's happening, y'all? They trying to push our buttons. Because we quiet, we ain't marching, we ain't saying nothing. They keep throwing everything they can at us to make us get out here in these streets, start marching and protesting. They're gonna call martial law because we're and saying we're violent. Now, all these marches they've been doing, ain't nobody went to jail, ain't no police got called on nobody. And if y'all noticed, yesterday, white supremacists went over there in Canada. They had on sunglasses, hats, and they had their face covered up with some type of white mask. Now, if you're not a coward, why y'all covering up your faces? If you're gonna go there and march, do it with your chest. Don't hide your face. Why do you got white masks hiding your face, y'all identity? If you about that life, why are y'all hiding yourself? But y'all know what happened when y'all went over there in that hood. You and those two little KKs, y'all didn't make it back out to tell the tale. So you need to stop playing. Stop playing with us. Yep, they were marching in Kansas. I'm sorry, Kansas. Yep, he can't pardon him from that state time. Nope. You said martial law came into effect today. Is what is on social media. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to go get off here and go look at that. I didn't see them telling people to stay in the house or nothing like that. And I think it's something going on with the orange man. And when I don't like to talk about politics on my channel because I don't want to make anybody feel bad about who they voted for, whatever. Everybody have the right to do what they want to do. But when Joe Biden was up there stumbling over words or saying something, they was all talking about that he had allegedly dementia, all this kind of stuff. Now Trump up here, he said it's a shame that Joe Biden is in stage 9 cancer. I said stage 9. When did they fucking get a stage 9 cancer? I didn't know it went that far. The man got up here and said Joe Biden was in stage 9 cancer. Then he did a speech. When people graduate, they pick people to come do a speech. So the people were graduating from, I think it was the Army or Navy. Now you're supposed to say like a inspiration or like a heartfelt speech about to get them prepared for they're on their journey and things like that. Say something encouraging to the people that are gonna be graduating. This man up here talking about trophy wives, a boat. What do a trophy wife got to do with a speech, sir? What did that have to do with anything? Then he started mumbling. You couldn't understand shit he was saying. Then he started talking about some man would go to the construction site and pick up every nail or screw on the ground and made sure he screwed it into the wood so he wouldn't lose money or something. I got lost. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But if Joe Biden would have went and did that, oh my God, Fox Channel 6 would have had a field day. Smart Cookie, he said Joe Biden had stage 9 cancer. He said it's a shame what's going on with Joe Biden. They should have told us sooner that he had stage 9 cancer. I said stage 9. What the fuck is that? I said, okay, nope. I don't, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I don't know. That's what he said, Chanel Monet. He said Joe Biden had stage 9 cancer. That's what he said, y'all. Stage 9. Then he got this, and then his eyes. I don't know if they gave him allegedly medication. You couldn't even see Trump eyes. His eyes were almost like they were closed, like he was going to sleep. Yes, the cadets was looking at him like he was crazy. I didn't know what the trophy wife had to do with the speech. Then he said she was gonna get bored with this trophy wife. Well, sir, you didn't have 3 trophy wives. Do you got a trophy wife right now, sir? Do you got arm candy right now? What is Melania? Because sir, we know if you didn't have no money, that she would not be with your ass. Okay, allegedly. Just just saying, allegedly. Yes, that campaign hat. It don't make no sense. I know Linda the man said he had stage 9. I thought it just went to 4. I say these people keep shooting these words out here. I don't know what the hell going on. Hatched. Now we got stage 9 cancer. I don't know. These people, I don't know. You said she was the one telling everything, Carmen. But somebody was leaking. She tried to get on the thing and say Melanie. She said now that Melanie's no longer on the show, allegedly, that nothing is getting leaked anymore. That's what she said. I'm not saying, and this was she said on Bro Chat. You said sounds like he has stage 5 and he's on his way. Yeah, I didn't, but even with him having that, he talked better and do better than the Orange Man do. You said they said the Orange Man is not going to make it his full term. I don't think so either. We need to set these young people in our family down and let them know what's going on in the world. Many don't keep up with the news. Trust and believe Project 2025 is a real thing. Yes, Patricia T. Yes. And I tell people, like if I go in the grocery store, I see stuff on sale, or if I'm just going in there maybe to get something, if I see something on sale or anything, I still grab a pack of meat, some canned goods. Even though I don't need it, I put it in my refrigerator, in my deep freezer and my cabinets, because we in a world of trouble right now, y'all. These other countries are laughing at us. The ports are empty. There's no more boats or anything coming over here. And people don't like when you be, talking about the news and politics on your channel. So I'll say a little bit, but not too much. But if you see anything on sale or anything like that, you better be putting it in your cabinets or deep freezer. Yes, Carla, my tea sipper. And you know what? And that's a shame that they won't do nothing to this man. They know that what the stuff that he's doing is not right, and none of the Republicans will open their damn mouth. So if y'all can, y'all better start putting stuff up, cases of water and things like that. And right now, The reason they not saying nothing because y'all know when we got COVID, when they were saying that stuff was gonna shut down, did you see how many people were at them stores buying all the toilet tissue up, buying all the water and stuff up? So that's why they not saying nothing. But the people in Congress said that they've been stocking up on stuff 5 and 6 months ago. They just didn't tell us, but they said they've been stocking up on stuff. Just saying. Yeah, it's going to get bad out here, y'all. Yeah, if you can stock up on water, it don't have to be the good water. I don't drink name brand water all the time. Whatever's on sale, it's all the same. I get it. Whatever's on sale, I get it. It all tastes the same to me. Some people say the different waters taste different, but hey, I'm getting what I got to do. Toilet tissue, um, whatever. Here at Walgreens, they had a Scott tissue. Buy one, get one half off, or whatever. Sometimes I go get $20 or $30 worth, sometimes 40, and just put it in the basement or in my cabinets. Just saying. Oh yeah, I done start keeping cash as well. I don't keep too much. It. I'm just gonna tell you this. It's not good to keep in the times we in right now. It's not good to keep a lot of your main money in the bank. It's not good because the way that allegedly Elon Musk them is going to people accounts, they already got all of our social security numbers. So there's nothing we can do about that. They got all of our social security numbers and stuff down. They trying to watch your cash app, see who you sending money to. You send too much, they say they're gonna start tracking it. All type of shit they doing, y'all. Oh, okay, good. I'm not bothered. You better, because and look, another thing, y'all. Get you something to protect your house with, if you know what I mean. Get you something to protect your house with, because if these stores get empty, y'all know what's next. So if you can, get you something to protect your house with, because people ain't gonna starve, y'all. They not gonna starve. Right. Oh, okay, Patricia T. But let me tell y'all something. If you haven't looked at Project 2025, look at it. Get you some to protect your house. Hint, 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 hint. Because people are not going to starve. And when there's no food, what do people start doing? Y'all know what they do. Just saying. I don't promote any type of violence on this channel. I'm just telling y'all the truth. They not going to tell us like when we had COVID. People were taking all the stuff from the store, right? And y'all know there's no more boats and stuff coming over here. So they don't want to get us in a panic. Look at all these truck drivers on social media, crying, time about they don't have no work. They go to the ports to try to load. There's nothing to load. Hint, hint. If there's nothing to load, where are we going to get products from? The truckers, there's nothing to load. Just saying. You say every time you go, you get 4 cases of water. You've been doing that since 2020. 4 cases. Yeah, you better. Because they're not going to get us up in a panic like they did with COVID. They not gonna do that no more. The ports are already becoming empty. There's no boats coming over here, right? So if they start telling us stuff, people are going to run to those stores and start doing what they did with COVID. So they're not gonna do it. And because the orange man in there, he ain't gonna he ain't gonna tell us shit. Now, if Joe Biden was there, the Democrats, they will tell us. But because the orange man is in there, he's not gonna tell us shit. Like they took them people that do the weather to tell us about storms and tornadoes and stuff. They didn't fired all them people, and they didn't took FEMA away. Now y'all know we getting into hurricane seasons. There's no more FEMA. You're not getting no fucking FEMA. If you don't got no insurance on your house, you shit out of luck. There's no help. So those people that when we just had these bad tornadoes, they tried to get help from the government. He sent them a nice letter back. No, have your state help you. How is the state supposed to help all these people repair a house? They're gonna go bankrupt. They don't have it. That was the point of FEMA, the government help. But hey, I'm just saying, y'all. You right, smart cookie. They trying to distract us with all this Diddy shit. But I'm already ahead of y'all. No, no, there's no more FEMA. Oh no. Trump said that's a handout. That's welfare. He said y'all state should be able to help y'all. Yeah, look, the truck drivers are on TikTok and YouTube crying. A couple of these truckers, they was leasing or trying to buy they rigs and stuff. They had to end up giving their trucks and rigs back because they don't have any work. There's nothing to transport. There's no loads. They can't load none. Ain't no boat coming over here with shit. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. There's no boats coming over here. Truckers are losing their job because there's nothing for them to load. Y'all voted for them. Truckers for Trump. Y'all voted for them. So this is what you get. Just saying. And you do that because you're a water drinker. Okay. So allegedly, vaccines are not being required, but there is a new stream of COVID. Oh yeah, but see, you know what? He took what is it? And I'm not trying. What is the SEC? You know the people that tell us about diseases and stuff. He did also took them away. Wait, he took them away, but then I think he had to They had to go back and rehire them. The people that tell us about the diseases and stuff, the new outbreaks and stuff that's coming. He had fired them, but I think he had to go back and rehire them, if I'm not mistaken. Because he doesn't want them telling us about things. So, but I think they told him that we needed them, so I think they got rehired back. Food and Drug Administration, that's gone. Where the people check the food to make sure the food is good and stuff for us to eat. Oh, they fired them too. So they fired them too. So we don't have anybody checking our food to make sure it's safe for us. They fired them. Oh, okay. You said that's also a blessing. My kid's father still drive an 18-wheeler and still have loads from the port of Houston. That's good. If he still got work, that is great. Yes, my cookie, no more FEMA. Hello, parents. Hello. Yeah, that's why I try to, each day to bring out a little bit of information. Yep, CDC workers. Yep. Yes, yep, smart cookie. We in the FAFO. You right about that? That's why I said we have to keep informing one another. The major news sources have been brought by the right and they are not reporting everything. Y'all, it's going to get real bad. Look, I think June 1st is when Walmart prices are going to go up. What I think it's June 1st. Walmart prices are getting ready to go up because of the tariffs. And did you hear what he said? He gonna do to Apple? If Apple don't make their products here, he said he's gonna put a 145% tariff on Apple. He's threatening Apple now, sir. Even if they wanted to make stuff here, we still have to get parts from China, dumbass. And do you know how long that would take to get a company up and running for Apple to make products here? But it still goes back. We need parts from China. You know what? That's a shame they let this man sit in this White House and don't tell him shit. Yes, I heard that too, Sonya. I heard a dependent will be 6 years of age and younger, so people cannot claim kids 7 and up on taxes, food stamp, WIC, and etc. Yes, you remember how your kids used to be able to stay on your insurance until they was 26 years old? Oh, he taking that away too, huh? So if y'all got kids, make sure if they need, older kids, make sure they get whatever dental work, get their wisdom tooth taken out because he's trying to take them off of your insurance. He's not letting them stay on there no more till they get 26. And then 6 years old of age and younger. So they trying to say that your kids that you take care of them, right? The dependent has to be 6 years old and younger to be filed on your taxes. Some people cannot even claim their kids 7 and up anymore on their taxes. Baby, yes. Like I said, I be knowing all, but some people don't want to, hear that. It gives them anxiety and stuff. Yes, they fired a number of food safety officials and employees within agencies like the USDA and FDA. Yes, so our food is not even getting checked. So we could be getting some shit. I mean that's poison or anything because the orange man said that's a waste, government waste to have them people working in the government. And they know this man is sick, and these Republicans don't do a damn thing, nothing. They even closed down Social Security buildings. When you call Social Security, see how long you be on hold. And you might not be in a lot of the buildings are getting closed down too. VA hospitals, the world hospitals are getting closed down. And a lot of the hospitals in the rural area, I'm saying it wrong, I know. Rural area hospitals, they said that they don't have the medications and stuff to keep the facilities running, so they have to close them down. Close them down. Some nurses was on YouTube crying, talking about they done lost their job because they had to close the hospital down. Now the major big hospital has medication and stuff to keep functioning, but the rural ones don't. And by China not wanting to send us shit because of the tariffs from the orange man, they had to close the hospital down. One man, he was a widow father with 2 kids, passed away because the ambulance was on another call in a rural area and they couldn't get to this man because they was working on somebody else. Just saying. This is a great time to be vegan. Sure is. Trump mad at Walmart for saying that because of the tariffs, they are because of the tariff, their prices will go up. Yes, he told Walmart they need to eat the tariff price. That's what he said. You said why not seven can't get a job? Well, the labor laws. You know how when kids, they're, I think it's what 16, they can only work for a certain amount of hours and a certain amount of time during school hours. They getting rid of all that. The child labor laws. Oh, they getting rid of that too. So your child is going to be able to work as many hours as they want. So there's not going to be any more child labor laws. If y'all didn't know that child labor laws are for they for to take those out, because, and especially in Florida, because they don't have anybody there, like the migrants. They're all gone or scared to work, so they need the kids to start working longer hours at some of these companies and stuff now, because all the migrants are gone. Just saying. Yep, they're cutting free lunch as well. I know, Patricia, but he's put a tariff on Apple now. He said if Apple doesn't start making their products here, he's going to put a high tariff on them. Yes, Jacqueline, if you get SNAP, you're not going to be able to buy snacks and sodas and stuff. They're going to start doing it like WIC, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. He said, which is why I have livestock in a garden. That's the best bet. Yeah, rural areas, the hospital, thank you, committed to the journey. Rural areas, the hospitals are closing down. So, like, my mom and them hometown is Brownsville, Tennessee. They only got like little places like clinics there. So if they need to see a doctor, they have to drive to Jackson, all the way to Jackson, to see like a major doctor or go to a hospital, because my mom, them hometowns, they live in like a rural area. They just have clinics there. They don't have a major hospital there. And a lot of those are getting closed down because, remember, China's not sending us over medications and things that we need to run the hospital with. So they're getting closed down. So if you call the ambulance, you might be waiting hour, maybe two, depending on if they're busy with somebody else. Just saying. Right, right, Patricia T. Their plans are to bring manufacturers back to the states and sweatshops. Right. There you go. They just closed two rural area hospitals here in Texas. Yes, yes, Linda. They don't have the products. They don't have the medication and stuff. Now the major hospital has a lot, but these rural areas don't have the stuff because we're not getting the stuff from China. You was a hold with Social Security for about 3 hours one day. Yes, they fired the people and they're closing them down. Yes, he created the tariff, but he wants the business to take the loss. So they tried that in Florida about kids labor, and it failed. I live in Florida, so it failed in Florida. Okay, great. Yes, they trying to bring it back. A smart cookie. I know what you meant, child labor. Y- Since He's been back in office. Him and his family have made billions while the American people struggle. Right. Did y'all see he had that dinner? I think it was $500,000 for the dinner to have dinner with Trump. And they said that food was so terrible at his resort. They said that food was terrible. They said that they paid $500,000 to go to that dinner and they served them the worst steak ever. They said it was so tough they couldn't eat it. But they you better be glad y'all got that because y'all know what he gave the football players and basketball players who came to the White House. He gave them McDonald's. So y'all was lucky to get that steak. Just saying. Yep, they're still in America, American blind. Yep. You said Waco and to Temple to see specialist. Oh, this is sad, y'all. And did y'all see Lamar Odom going to that Trump dinner? What a fucking sellout. He paid $500,000 to go there and have dinner with Trump. And y'all know what they got for goodie bags? I had to say Trump or MAGA or something on there. You pay $500,000 for a tough little piece of steak and a hat? You got to be kidding me. And they were talking about them people that was going to that dinner. Lamar Odom just walked in plain sight. They was like, Lamar, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? He kept it pushing and went on up in there. Sure did. Yeah, but y'all, I'm gonna keep letting y'all know stuff that's going on. Um, if, if y'all want to hear about stuff, because we have to keep us in the loop because some people don't watch the news, and then our kids don't watch the news, and so I have to tell my kids that what's going on and things like that. So we need to know what's going on, and if that bill becomes law, we really gonna be fucked up. If that bill that they trying to push right now through Congress becomes law, baby, we in a world of hurt. Just saying. So just remember, and then you know what, guys, the dollar store be having, stuff too there that you can buy like canned goods and different things like your spaghetti noodles, your elbow macaroni noodles, things like that. Stock up on that if you can. That takes a long time to expire. If you gotta go to Aldi's and get some stuff, it is what it is. When you hungry, I don't care if some say great value, whatever. I'm gonna buy it. You got to do what you got to do out here. You say he did, and Chloe paid for it. You is funny, Thelma. You said Chloe paid for it. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That salad was nasty too. You that it wasn't even a large steak. Filet mignon portion size, and you paid $500,000. Hell no. And I think it had some carrots or something underneath it. I think it just looked nasty. Hello, Rochelle, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I watch Midas as well. Jordy, Ben, and Let me this. Jordy, Ben, and wait. Jordy, Ben, and is it Brent? Jordy, Ben, Joey, and Jordan. I think it is. You know, I watch Midas Touch. I like Ben. He always giving us the information. I watch him all the time. Yes, Midas Touch is on their ass. Yes, Rochelle. Yep, Midas Touch is on their ass. He's using the heck out of his followers. They are his distraction so they can do their dirt. Oh yeah, Patricia T. Yes, 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 yes. The Orange Man had the nerve to, I think, be mad at Michelle Obama because she didn't attend the inauguration. She didn't have to attend your damn inauguration. Do people still have life insurance? I do. I have it for my grown kids and everybody in my household. Yes, I keep that that that's on automatic draft. Yeah, do people care to have life insurance? They should. Yeah, Angela mother just passed away. Yep. So yeah, you better keep that too. All right, guys. It looks like we've been on here going on 2 hours. Yes, they better care to have life insurance. Yes, Monique. Yep. 116 likes and 69 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. And guys, make sure you guys are still subscribed to the channel. For some reason, YouTube is unsubscribing. Um, they're unsubscribing for some reason. And then also, that if you're not a subscriber, think about becoming a subscriber. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here going on 2 hours. I might come back on. We'll see. But I'm going to get off here and see what else is going on out here in these YouTube streets. All right, guys. Let me see what you said. Thank you. Or shall I? I've never heard of Midas Touch. I just went over there to subscribe. Yes, go over there to and subscribe to Midas Touch. I watch them all the time. Him, it's three of them. They are lawyers. But Ben is a lawyer, and I think his other two brothers are lawyers too, if I'm not mistaken. And they give you all the tea. They let you know everything that's going on. So yes, make sure that you're subscribed to Midas Touch. They gonna give you the information. They not gonna sugarcoat it either. All right, everybody. Good evening, and I might see y'all back on here tonight. But if not, I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Good evening, everybody. See y'all later. Bye bye.